Oh my god. That's the bad thing about these rallies.
You got 2 extras back here.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get jealous when they're There we go. Yeah.
Hey, so I just got back last night from Camp Rivian, which is really Rivian's first attempt at doing a sort of referral partner bonus event. I just want to start by saying thank you to everyone who has supported the channel over the past few months since I decided to start making these videos with things like Rivian, reviews, product updates, latest offers and financing, what's coming down the pipe, as well as the business and analytical analysis of from a technical standpoint or the sort of future of Rivian. Your support of the channel using the links is entirely the reason I was able to go to this event. And so just really from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for making this possible. As a way to try to sort of, give back to you from this experience itself, I did try to capture, some decent chunks of it, but I also wanted to be present. So I didn't want to have my phone and cameras out all the time for the whole weekend. It was really quick, 48 hours, but it was a really fun event nonetheless. This event for this year, which is their first time doing something like this, and I know that they're very excited about doing more of these in the future. So keep that in the back of your mind. If you do own a Rivian and you refer others that this is something similar to this may happen in the future. So be mindful of that sort of being like a great milestone celebration thank you event. This one was at a hotel called Reset Hotel in Joshua Tree National Park area. So about an hour away from the Palm Springs Airport, just a few minutes away from the Joshua Tree charging outpost. So I got to see that for the first time too, which is really cool. The outpost is a really nice place to be. They have unique merch. They have plenty of fast chargers, including NACS, which I was able to see firsthand of those NACS chargers from Rivian. They also have a clean bathroom and a really neat desert garden out back. So if you are in the area of Palm Springs or Joshua Tree, I highly suggest you take just a few minutes out of your route and stop by. It's a really beautiful and cool spot to check out. The event itself was filled with some really unique experiences that really only someone like Rivian, it feels like, could pull off. We had things like time with legendary creator Ben Moon, who I had kind of remembered hearing about, but couldn't quite put my finger on. And he's done some amazing work with Patagonia and some other big outdoor brands and has a really compelling story. You should definitely check out his video Denali on YouTube, which came out about 10 years ago. It's a really touching sort of short film, right around 7 minutes. I'll link to that down in the description as well. The event really knocked out of the park with amazing food. Rivian apparently has an amazing culinary team on staff, and man, I don't think I've ever eaten this well, even at some of the best hotels in my life. And it wasn't because the hotel offered food. In fact, the hotel does not offer food, but they brought in their own culinary team and really just did an incredible job. Throughout the sort of 48 hours that we were there, they had lots of fun entertainment, things like mini donkeys, live music. And some of my favorite things were, the hands-on components with the vehicles themselves and, of course, the community. So I'm going to share a few clips here of things I thought were particularly fun. Like the first one here is where we went full send with someone named Quentin. This guy's awesome. He's actually an off-road dynamics engineer at Rivian. And man, this guy must have the best job in the world because he is just always happy. And I can tell you after riding firsthand with him, it is a heck of a time. So let's go ahead and roll some clips here, both of what it was like on the little rally track from the outside, as well as a quick version of that from the inside after they blew a tire on one of the rounds.
Oh my god. That's the bad thing about these rallies.
You got 2 extras back here.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get jealous when they're This is how we get you. This is all staged, by the way. Kind of cool to see that happen and watch the whole process, right?
There's no stress for me.
I now want to go back.
The drill, man.
Like a jerry can of
You guys run in the back? Y'all run in the back?
Yeah. Drove a few people for the Gen 2 launch. That was a lot of good fun.
Anything you want to tell the viewers about how awesome this is going to be?
It's going to be pretty sick, but I think the action will speak for itself.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'll do my best to hold the camera steady.
Let me just get the car settled out again.
And I'll try not to swear. Had to replace the tire.
So I'm just going to resettle the suspension and then we jack the car up. Alright, so I'm going to use rally mode. I'm obviously a professional driver, so I'm happy with stability off. I do that all the time. Use it sparingly at your own risk.
Alright, I'll point the camera forward. Let's rip. Let's go!
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I'll leave you a good Uber rating. How's that sound?
5 stars, please.
All right, done. So as you can tell here, you know, Quentin just really has one of the best jobs in the world. You know, he can push the vehicle in a way that most owners will not, but it shows you what your vehicle is capable of. The particular trim that we were in for this sort of rally test track was a tri-motor R1T. And even though he did get a piece of a root about the size of my thumb jammed into a sidewall, it was also kind of cool to see the, you know, Rebel Rally support truck come on over and get that tire switched out pretty quickly and getting it back into action as quickly as possible. Now the tri-motor, super capable vehicle, but you know, there is a vehicle above that, which is the brand new Gen 2 quad motor. And we got a chance to drive that in a couple different ways. You know, one was during orienteering.
Well done.
Oh, I see a sky, point straight up. We also got the opportunity to actually go out and try out the new kick turn feature. Now, we were not allowed to film inside of the vehicle because the software was unreleased, but I can tell you the implementation is slick and extremely fun to make the vehicle essentially pivot on a dime. You can easily make the vehicle do, you know, a 90 or 180 degree turn, either stationary or in motion. So depending on the type of soil or gravel that you're on, one of those may be easier than others. You may want to dig down depending on the kind of, you know, surface material. Or if you're in motion at low speeds, you can go and quickly pivot. It's pretty cool. So here's a neat little clip of one of the vehicles doing that.
There we go. Whoa. Yeah.
Ooh.
And a roll out afterwards. Beautiful.
Who knew Skinner would be the soft score?
There you go.
That's good. About a 7. All right. I'll go 6.
Now, I did mention that a lot of us were actually able to learn orienteering for the first time. They had this fleet, media fleet of quad motors we were able to use for that as well. And so between the orienteering of, driving through washouts and little, valleys and ridges and loose soil and avoiding brush and that kind of stuff, and then the kick turn events, it was a great way to really get these, honestly, these beautiful vehicles completely filthy exactly as they were designed to do. We were also able to get hours together in groups out through Joshua Tree National Park, getting a tour and description of the various different kinds of vegetation and features and sort of topography and why Joshua Tree National Park is the way it is and what makes it so special. So if you ever get an opportunity to get out there, it is hot, it is a little bit desolate, but bring plenty of water, hydrate early and often, and really admire the beauty that is Joshua Tree National Park. All in all, it was a really unique space and an awesome location that was just super on point for the Rivian brand. And I would have to say that, obviously the vehicles were great, the food was amazing. And as you can imagine, I've been saying for a while now that the best part about Rivian, as great as the products are, is actually the community. And so getting to be able to spend other time with just owners that are excited about being there, excited about the outdoors, as well as, of course, my fellow content creators that have also been fortunate enough to have the support of their audience buy through their links, which enabled them to go to this event. And just getting to see, meet and see a lot of people that I've interacted with online in person was truly special. And I also have to say that the Rivian team really worked hard. It was very clear that there was a lot of thoughtfulness and intention that went behind an event like this. And so, bravo to the team. I know that a lot of you, I tried to say thank you individually, but there were probably many more behind the scenes that worked equally as hard that, probably didn't get the recognition or weren't able to be on site. But the entire team really knocked out of the park, literally and figuratively speaking, to make for a truly special event that I know my wife and I will not forget anytime soon. So I just wanted to say thank you again to the Rivian team. Thank you again to everyone who made this event possible. And, I think if you're a current Rivian owner and you want to experience something like this for yourself, make sure that you are sharing that link with people that you think are actually, interested in potentially purchasing a Rivian. And who knows, you could find yourself at the next iteration of one of these events. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of insight. I hope you enjoyed some of the footage. And if you ever get a chance to go to a Rivian event, whether it's an owner's referral event like this, or perhaps, some other kind of community-led event, I have to say that Rivian knows how to put on an event that is really, really different than your typical dog and pony show. So with that, I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, stay curious.